Laugh out loud, love a lot, and shop for what makes you happy.
Hey guys, Mandy here with Laugh Love Shop, and I thought today we would do a get ready with me video. I'm not really going anywhere today. My hair I braided last night and didn't re-braid it this morning, but I was just feeling a little inspired because I have my Pony Power shirt on, and so I thought maybe we would play with my My Little Pony by Pure eyeshadow palette. So let me just get set up here a little bit. I feel like I haven't done a chatty video in a really long time, and I'm sitting here going, wonder what I should talk about. I'll tell you one thing I'm excited about. My birthday is coming up at the end of this month, and I'm gonna be 32. Ever since I had kids, I have a really hard time remembering how old I am. So this is the foundation I've been using lately. I think I've told you guys about this before. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. I'm not loving it. I'm not really loving the matte foundations. Right now, I feel like my skin's dried out in the last couple of years. And I also feel like the color is a little light for me, but I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you see how much I've used though? Like half the bottle, more than half the bottle, because it's actually like down to here. So that's pretty exciting. I want to use it up before trying to find a new foundation. And since the shade and texture is workable, I have decided I can do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use it up. Now my face has been breaking out lately, probably because I haven't been eating very well. I keep telling myself, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better, and tomorrow I'll keep track of everything that I eat, and it will be so good, and I'll lose so much weight, and then tomorrow comes and I feel lazy. Or like today, I woke up with a serious headache today. It was not fun, and I had it for most of the day, but about an hour ago, it's the middle of the afternoon right now, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but about an hour ago I took some Excedrin, which has started to help. So I was going to record multiple videos today, but I just don't have time. I don't have time because I didn't get started right away because of my headache. It's kind of funny because this video I know is going to be going up on Saturday. It's Saturday when you're watching this, or if you're watching it the day that I post it. And I haven't yet recorded tomorrow's video. Today is Tuesday, and I post videos on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Today's video is going to go up on Saturday, and tomorrow I'm going to have to record Wednesday and Friday's videos. So this spot right here, I originally thought that it was a pimple, and that was 2 years ago, and it just kind of kept getting bigger and bigger and never came to a head. And I was like, okay, well, you know, sometimes during or after pregnancy your skin can change and you can get moles that you didn't have before. So I thought it was a mole, but then like a month ago it got really irritated and red and itchy, and then the next day it popped. It popped like a pimple. It was so gross and so weird because it's not like a normal pimple, but when it popped, it was like pussy inside. That's really gross. Maybe you guys don't want to know about that. So now I don't know what it is at all. If you see the curtain and you hear the bell, that's because the cats are playing in the curtain. All right, that's enough of that foundation. I've been trying to use less foundation, even if it means my face doesn't look as flawless as it could, because I just feel like it's better for my skin. My skin always feels better, and I feel better in it when I have less makeup on. So now that that's done, I'm going to use this e.l.f. I think it's like an under eye setting powder. It doesn't actually have any sticker on it to say what it actually is, but I'm pretty sure people use it as an under eye setting powder. I don't put anything under my eyes because no matter what I do, it creases because I have sort of like, it's not really bags under my eyes, it's more like a protruding eye, kind of like Angelina Jolie has. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that before. But anyway, I put this in the smile lines around my mouth, and it seems to really help whatever foundation did get there not to crease, even though I do my best to avoid putting foundation there. Okay, we're gonna leave that like that for a little bit. Next, I'm going to take my NYX powder, and I lost the sponge thing for it, the little puff thing, so I've just been using this brush by Real Techniques. It's their buffing brush, and I just pat it into my nose and my chin. because those are the areas that on me tend to need 1, more coverage, and 2, more staying power. And then the other powder that I use on the rest of my face is the Milani Prep Set Glow powder, and I've very much been enjoying the finish on this powder, and I put that mostly on my forehead and on my cheeks. Even though I don't put a lot of foundation on my cheeks, I like to have some setting powder there, because when I go to put the blush on, I don't want it to catch and get kind of patchy and heavier in some areas. And now with whatever is left on my powder brush, I'm going to brush away the e.l.f. powder. Okay, up next I have my 2 favorite blushes that I have still been using. I have the CoverGirl's Cheekers in the Classic Pink, and I have the e.l.f. in Mellow Mauve. The CoverGirl one, I just take the tip of my blush brush into it and put it mostly just up here on the apples of my cheeks. Now, not everybody looks good with blush on the apples of their cheeks, but for me, because I have a long face, it kind of helps break it up and balance my face out a little bit. And then for the e.l.f. blush, I take the side of my blush brush and tap it in there. You guys can see I'm definitely working my way through this, which is pretty exciting. And this one, I take up the sides of my cheekbones, so on the outer part of my face. Next, I have a highlighter. It's by Winky Lux in the shade Charm. It's their holographic highlighter. I've talked about this before. I just take my highlighter brush and swirl the tip of it in there, and then sort of dab it on and then buff it in on both sides. And lastly, I'm taking the Butter Bronzer. This is just in the shade Bronzer, and it's from Physicians Formula. And I just put that on my forehead. Again, I'm trying to create these horizontal lines to balance out my long face. And I know the lighting in here is washing me out a lot, so you guys are probably not seeing a whole lot of difference on camera, but in real life, in my mirror, I can see the difference. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my powder brush and kind of blend my cheek products in so that they're all blended together as well as blended into my skin. Okay, so that's pretty much it for face makeup, and if I'm feeling like I look a little too powdery, which today it's not so bad, but I'm going to take my setting spray to cut down on any powderiness, mostly on my chin. I don't know why my chin gets so powdery looking for some reason, but it is what it is. Next up is eye makeup, and I'm using the Milani eyeshadow primer, just a tiny bit. So here's my My Little Pony eyeshadow palette by Pure Cosmetics, and taking inspiration from my shirt, I'm going to start out with the shade Twilight Sparkle and put that all over my lid. Next, I'm going to use some Magic, and I'm going to try to do this very, very sheer in the crease. We'll see what happens. Next, I'm going to go back into Twilight Sparkle and sort of reinforce that on my eyelids where the purple started kind of creeping down. I don't know about you guys, but I always have this one spot on my one eye that does not like to hold eyeshadow. Like, it just doesn't want to have color there. So I always have to pack it on a little bit more right there. Now I'm going to try adding some Storm King to the outer corner of my eyelid, and we'll see how this goes. This shade is very chunky. When I did my original review on this, I think I talked about that. This shade is quite chunky, and it's weird because none of the other shades are really like that. Alright guys, I think I really like that. I'm just going to use a Q-tip and clean up any fallout that I had. I'm going to take a small angled brush and use Storm King on my lower lash line. I might also mix that with a little bit of Honesty. So that's it for eyeshadow. Next I'm going to do some eyeliner and mascara. I have a song stuck in my head. My baby sister Brooke and I went to see Josh Groban in concert in the movie theater a couple weeks ago, and then after that I bought his newest album called Bridges, and the one song on there called 99 Years I just love to death. And I was listening to it in the car when I took my son to kindergarten drop off, and now it's stuck in my head. I just realized that I did not do an inner corner highlight, so I'm gonna get my pony book back out. And I think I'm going to use Fluttershy today. Fluttershy and Twilight Sparkle are quite similar, but Twilight Sparkle has a little bit of purple in it, whereas Fluttershy is more of a true pink, and I'm going to use that as my inner corner highlight today. Okay, now on to mascara. This is the Essence Lash Princess Mascara, the black tube with the green detailing on it. They have a couple of them. I think the formula is all the same, personally, in all of the Lash Princess line, but I like the brush on this one the best. Alright, that's it for eyes. I think for lips, I'm going to use this Be a Bombshell Pout Potion in Famous. This is what it looks like. Be a Bombshell is not cruelty-free, but either I or somebody I know got it in an Ipsy bag one time, so I just thought we would try it out. I've been working through my lippies since my declutter video. If you didn't see that, I'll go ahead and link it up in the cards. But how I use this kind of product, I don't outline my lips and then fill it in with this kind of product like a lot of women do. For me, I like to put a little bit on and spread it out with my finger. I find that it's less messy that way, and at least on me, it stays on my lips a lot better. Okay, so it's not nearly as intense as it looked in the bottle, which in my case is good. I like it better that way. Also, I like putting this kind of lippy on with this technique because it isn't as defined as if I would put a liner on. And for me personally, with my style type and how I like my makeup to look on me, having that less defined color is more flattering. Okay, let's back away from the window and see if we can get a final look here. My desk is really messy. Just pretend that's not there. But yeah, I like how this look turned out. I think that it's girly and playful without being too bubblegummy, if you know what I mean. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up to let YouTube know that you enjoy Get Ready With Me videos. Also, leave a comment down below if you enjoy videos like this. I'm not as skilled at putting together videos like this as I am with some of my other videos, so forgive me if it's a little awkward and a little awkward in the editing. I'm gonna practice with you guys and try to get better at it, but if you do enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up. Leave me comments down below, even just to say hi, and I will talk to you next time. Bye! New videos every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. In the meantime, check these out and follow me across social media.